All right, let's get right into it. China has just dropped a massive new national strategy called AI Plus. And look, this isn't just another tech policy. It's a detailed blueprint to pretty much rewire the entire country. So we're going to break down what this official plan is all about right here, right now. And that's not an exaggeration at all. When this plan was released, it completely took over the national conversation almost instantly. This wasn't some quiet little update. No, this was a huge signal that a major national pivot was happening, and everybody knew it. So, that document, the one everyone was talking about, it's officially called the Opinions on Deeply Implementing the Artificial Intelligence Plus Action, which, okay, is a mouthful. But what it really is, it's a super comprehensive roadmap for weaving AI into every single part of Chinese society over the next decade. Now, here's what's really interesting. To get what AI Plus is all about, we actually have to rewind the clock about 10 years. See, back in 2015, China launched a strategy that totally reshaped its economy. It was called Internet Plus. The whole idea behind Internet Plus was actually pretty simple, but it was incredibly powerful. It was all about using the internet as a tool for connection, taking things that already existed in the real world and just making them way more efficient by linking them up online. And you saw this pop up absolutely everywhere. You take the internet and you add it to restaurants, you get these massive food delivery apps like Meituan. You take the internet, add it to taxis, and boom, you get the ride-hailing giant Didi. The whole strategy was just about connecting what was already there. And that's the key thing to get, right? The model was all about coordination. It didn't actually change the product. The food you ordered was still the same food. The car that picked you up was the same car. The internet just acted as this incredible super middleman, connecting supply with demand like never before. Okay, so this is where the new AI Plus plan completely changes the game. China is officially saying, we're moving on. We're going from just connecting things to empowering them. And that is a much, much deeper goal. Honestly, this slide right here is the key to understanding this entire strategy. The old way, Internet Plus, was all about connection, just linking up information. The new model, AI Plus, is all about empowerment, adding intelligence, basically a cognitive ability, right into the process itself. So remember, connection was all about making things we already did more efficient. The internet was just the platform that coordinated all the moving pieces. Hungry people and delivery drivers or passengers in empty taxis. Empowerment, though, that is all about transformation. It's not just connecting the dots. It's about fundamentally upgrading the dots themselves. The goal is to change how things are made, how companies are run, and even how the country is governed by embedding intelligence into everything. And this isn't just some vague idea, some philosophical shift. Oh no. The AI Plus plan lays out a very specific, incredibly ambitious, and time-bound roadmap for the future. The whole thing is broken down into 3 crystal clear phases. By 2027, they want deep AI integration. By 2030, a whole new economic engine. And by 2035, the birth of a fully intelligent society. So let's look at what these targets actually mean. So the first target is, well, it's staggering. In just 3 years, the plan calls for AI tools, things like agents and smart devices, to be used by over 70% of the people. The document itself compares this to how fast mobile payments took over China between 2015 and 2018. It's expecting that level of speed. And by 2030, that number jumps to 90%. Now, think about that. At 90% adoption, a technology isn't a feature anymore. It becomes infrastructure. It's just like electricity, or the internet itself. It's the foundation that daily life is built on. So then we get to the final goal for 2035, an intelligent society. This goes way beyond just the economy. This is about AI being deeply woven into the culture, into laws, into ethics, into our day-to-day human interactions. It's talking about a fundamental reshaping of how people live, work, and maybe even how they think. So the big question is, how are they going to pull this off? Well, the plan doesn't just focus on the tech sector. It systematically targets the entire nation, breaking down the work into 6 key fields that are all slated for a total transformation. And the scope here is just immense. It targets everything, from scientific research and how factories work, all the way to consumer products, social services like AI-driven healthcare and education, the government itself, and even international relations.
And hey, if you want a sense of just how deep and wide this plan really goes, look at this detail. It's not just about science and engineering. The document explicitly calls for using AI to create brand new research methods in philosophy and the humanities. That's how comprehensive we're talking.
Okay, so let's bring this all together. What's the ultimate takeaway from this massive national project? Why is China making this huge strategic pivot right now? Well, here's the bottom line. For decades, China's economic growth was famously powered by two main engines, real estate and the internet. This document right here officially names their replacement. The new engine for the next era of growth will be the intelligent economy, fueled by AI. So ultimately, what we're all witnessing here is a very calculated, very strategic evolution. It's a national level effort to move beyond just connecting things more efficiently and to start making those things fundamentally more intelligent, more capable.
You know, the plan itself makes this fascinating comparison. It says that by 2030, not using AI will feel like someone today who insists on paying with cash for everything. It's not that it's impossible, but you're definitely being left behind. Which leaves us with a really critical question to think about. What does it truly mean for us to be AI literate in the world that is very, very quickly coming into view?